Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Leonard E. Dawson Center on the campus of Voorhees College. As tonight we have a doubleheader, the Clash of the Tigers, as Voorhees College take on the Edward Waters College. The Lady Tigers are up first, as of course this is going to be their first official game of the regular season. Meanwhile, for the Lady Tigers of Edward Waters, they come in with a record of 3-4, coming off of a victory, and they're 2-2 in the month of January. This is going to be a solid test for the Lady Tigers of Voorhees. Right now, we get ready for the starting lineups, so hope that you join us and sit back and relax for a doubleheader action of basketball hoops. Voorhees College and the MAI would like to take this opportunity to encourage you to help everyone enjoy tonight's contest by being a true champion of character, by displaying respect and good sportsmanship to all involved. You can help us create a positive environment for the teams and the fans. Federal regulations prohibit smoking in this building. Good evening and welcome to the Leonard E. Dawson Health and Human Resource Center. Today, the Lady Tigers of Voorhees College take on the Lady Tigers of Edward Waters College. And now, introducing the starting lineup. First, our visitors from Edward Waters College. wearing number 3, LaQuanta Glover, wearing number 12, Molly Ray Ball, wearing number 20, Lateria Ransom, wearing number 22, Shaquanda Brown, and wearing number 23, Deasia Morton. The head coach for Edward Waters, Tremaine Wilson. And now, your starting lineups for the Lady Tigers of Voorhees College. Starting at guard, 5'4", junior from Mullen, South Carolina, wearing number 1, Brittany McDonald. Starting at guard, 5'7", junior, wearing number 11, Ariana Carr. Starting at forward, 5'9", sophomore, wearing number 12, Diamond Colbert. Starting at forward, wearing number 42, Anaze. And starting at 7, 6-foot junior out of Columbia, South Carolina, wearing number 22, Ashley Johnson. The head coach for the Voorhees College Lady Tigers is Edward Glover. I hope y'all enjoyed my being a PA announcer right there. I got to give a shout out to Willie Jefferson for allowing me to do the PA announcing, and also Coach Glover as well. I wasn't that bad, was I? In fact, if you have any comments on the PA announcing, let me know. Of course, this is an interactive broadcast here as we get ready for the Battle of the Lady Tigers, the first of our doubleheader of Lady Tigers and Tiger basketball right here on our VC Tiger Sports YouTube page. Thank you so very much for joining us here. I'm Clarence Jones, and flying solo, as always, but I got to give a shout out to my normal broadcast partner, Derek Richmond. As we come out to the floor, Edward Waters sporting a 3-4 mark. Voorhees, this is their first true official regular season opener. And we're underway. So sit back and relax and enjoy ladies basketball. This card gives it up over to Culver. Edward Waters, they have a pretty tall squad on their side as that shot comes up short. Here goes Ray Gall. Basketball movement is so key, especially in the women's game. And that one was tipped and picked off there by Culver. Good defense there for the VC Lady Tigers. Card gives it up. Here's McDonald. McDonald goes inside. Triple team. Back out to McDonald. She spots up for 3. No good. The rebound and the put-in is there for Ravenel. So Ravenel gets the scoring started for the Lady Tigers of VC. And an interception there. Here goes Carr. McDonald. Oh, over the basket, over everything. Two nothing as we're just starting the first quarter, about a minute or so in. Here comes Edward Waters, 3 and 4 mark. They alternated wins and losses in the month of January so far. As the first foul goes against Voorhees. At the line shooting will be Glover. And LaQuanza Glover is one of the players to watch out for in this ball game. As she had a good game for herself in that win over Florida College. She had a double-double. Glover hits the second. 2-1 is our score. .38 remaining in the first quarter. Of course, in the women's game, we played 4 quarters. McDonald gives it off. Nice pass. And the lane is there. Ravenel gives the VC Lady Tigers a 4-1 lead. Pass inside it goes. Here's Glover. And she puts it in. So LaQuanza Glover, her first field goal. And she has all 3 points for Edward Waters. Culver trying to go inside and an errant pass and a turnover. So the Lady Tigers of EWC with the possession. Little backcourt press and it causes the turnover. So VC, good defense there, causing some disruption there in the backcourt. 4-3 is our score. 7 minutes and 58 seconds remaining in the first quarter. VC on top. This is going to be a good matchup here tonight between 2 teams who's looking to do a lot in this shortened season. As here's Glover. Throws it out up to the front court. Here's Brown. Gives it up inside. And a nice deuce there for Ransom. So Edward Waters with their first lead of the ball game. 5-4 is our score with under 7.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. As that ball, I thought it was probably knocked out of the hands of McDonald, but instead it is a turnover and Edward Waters will have possession. 7 minutes, 18 seconds remaining in the first quarter. 5-4 is our score in the battle of the Lady Tigers. First game of our doubleheader. Of course, after this will be the men's portion of Voorhees versus Edward Waters. So stay with us right here all night long, right here on the VC Tiger Sports page. Brown goes inside and into traffic where there was about a couple of VC defenders right there to step in front of the pass, as we'll have a whistle. And that foul will go against Edward Waters. You know, one of the disadvantages of when they call in the foul here is I'm here at the opposite side of the court. So when they call the foul and do the number side, it's kind of backwards to me because I'm not facing the referees. And unfortunately, the great Willie Jefferson cannot be here. So I can hear the numbers as that ball goes out of bounds. 6 minutes, 35 seconds to go. Again, it's kind of eerie when we don't have any fans here to root on VC. But you still can't tell that the intensity level on the court right now for both VC and Edward Waters is still on high. Because both teams are pretty good when you look at their roster. Edward Waters, as we have a backcourt violation. I was about to speak so glowingly about Edward Waters just now, but I'll hold that back for. But no, seriously, folks. Edward Waters 3-4 on the season, even though they're one game under 500, but they've been in just about every ball game this year. That was blocked there, partially blocked. A nice play there by Ray Gall. And she causes the turnover. So we have substitutions coming in. Ariana Card comes in for McDonald. We're still at 5-4. 6 minutes and 15 seconds and counting left to go in the first quarter. Cross-court pass. Brown gives it up inside. Not good there for Bell. Both teams love to go after the ball defensively. Here's a shot up. Back rims. And Bell comes away with the rebound. A lot of action. Hardly any scoring in the last minute and a half. Still 5-4. Culver. It's a jump ball. Possession arrow looked like it'll go over to Edward Waters. We have a substitution coming in. Aubrey Callum will come in for VC, number 32. And let's see, we also have Stroy coming in. DeAndrea Stroy wearing number 3. Brown gets across the timeline. Under 5.5 to go. As Hutchinson, the new Lady Tiger, in for Edward Waters, as Ray Gall hits her first 3. And it's an 8-4 Edward Waters lead. VC looking to cut in on this 8-4 lead. Nice baseline shot there by Ashley Johnson. 8-6. VC cuts the lead down to 2. Here is Brown. Ray Gall back out to Brown. They go inside. Here's Bell. Spin move in the lane. No good. Battling and fighting for the rebound there was Glover. She gives it off to Brown. And Brown with the short shot. And it's a 10-6 Edward Waters lead. As we have a traveling violation called on Rhodesia Wynn. And an early timeout. So now timeout taken by Voorhees College. Just a reminder, this is the first game of our doubleheader. Coming up after this game will be the men's portions of the Tiger Battle, or the Tiger Tangle. How you want to call that? The Tiger Tangle. I like that. 4 minutes and 17 seconds to go here. Clarence Jones, along with the producer and director and our webmaster for Voorhees College, Mr. Curtis Sumner. And also on our main camera, we got Cameron McLean, one of the hardest working men in recruiting. If you want to come to Voorhees College, make sure you contact Mr. McLean and the rest of the great people over there at the Office of Admissions. We have a little scoreboard issue. It's 102-6, and they went ahead and fixed it. I had looked up at the scoreboard and it was like 102-6. And I was like, well, when did Edward Waters blow up on a 90-something run? A 90-0 run. That looks like in less than 9 seconds. Right now, there's a little bit of disagreement. Charmaine Wilson, the head coach for the Lady Tigers of Edward Waters, wanted to get some correction, want to get some explanation from the referees. Wilson, we'll get in more into her because this is somewhat of a homecoming for her because she played her college ball right up the road in Orangeburg at South Carolina State. She is a lady bulldog through and through. But she has done an excellent job taking over this Lady Tiger basketball squad as Glover gets inside. And it's now an 11-6 lead, or I think they was making a correction on the scoreboard because at one point it was 10-6. So I don't know when field goals started counting as 1 point instead of 2 points, but we'll see a correction. As the action on the court, as Wilson calls the timeout, good timeout there for Edward Waters to try to keep the possession. So 3 minutes and 44 seconds to go. And it should be a 12-6 lead for Edward Waters, not 11-6. Glover did hit a field goal, and unless they changed the rules, I thought field goals is 2 points. Okay, I'm not crazy. So I'll tell you what, we'll keep the score right here with us, 12-6. But hopefully they'll get the score correct. Here's Glover, gets off across the timeline over to Brown. Hutchison. That was almost a turnover there. Here's Hutchison, foot on the line, no good. Ball knocked around. VC comes away with it. Oh, and steps. Looked like she got spooked there just a tad bit as Column called for the steps. As we have substitutions coming in now. Number 20, Casey Johnson is in there. Also coming into the ball game, back into the ball game, is Ashley Johnson for Ravenel. 12-6 as far as what my scoring is. Shot on the way is no good. And the ball knocked out, and Edward Waters with another offensive possession. Under 3 minutes to go left in the first quarter. Here's Glover along the baseline and looked like I thought she stepped out. Nope. Oh. They will call the foul, I would say, on Johnson, Casey Johnson, number 20. And that's steps right there by Rhaegal. So the score, as far as with us at the broadcast table, is 12-6, but on the actual scoreboard, it is read 11-6. Here's McDonald. McDonald, as she loses her dribble. Here's Glover. 3-on-2. Bounce pass. Brown. It's blocked. Nice block there by Culver. But Glover retains possession. Hutchison. Glover. Whistle. And the whistle called against Edward Waters. So Wilson right now, Coach Wilson, she is liking the hustle from her squad so far here in this first quarter. Here's Culver. Bounce pass. She was trying to go inside for Ashley Johnson, but instead, here comes Hutchison out breaking away from the pack. Counted and one. So Tiana Hutchinson with the deuce, and she will go for the and one. And coming in for the first time is LaShaw Henry, number 24. For, I'll say is that the Purple Tigers? Is that a purple? Okay, that's a purple and orange uniform, road uniform, yeah. Hutchinson completes the three-pointer, the three-point play. Here's Culver, quick three out of the corner, no good. As the ball goes out of bounds. And Edward Waters will have possession. A whistle is called. And with 1 minute, 49 seconds remaining in the first quarter, Voorhees down. It says 14-6, but I think we shortchanged Edward Waters by a point. Should actually be, the score should be 15-6. Here comes Brown, gives it up to Hutchinson. Hutchinson along the baseline gives it up. Nice pass to Glover. And LaQuanza Glover putting on some point barrages here in the first quarter. Under a minute and a half remaining in the first quarter. Culver gives it up. Ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by VC Lady Tigers. So right now the defense showing up here for Edward Waters, the Tigers from Florida. Here's Brown. Gives it up. Hutchinson. Get it off the inside. Nice pass to Bell. Bell unable to complete the layup. As we come up under a minute to go. 16. As almost a nice little interception there, but Card unable to keep her feet in and the ball in. With 50.4 seconds to go, it is VC down by 10 or by 11, depending on who you ask. Here's Glover, gives it up. Bell, we have a whistle, and it's called against Bell. So Bell called for the offensive foul with 44.8 seconds to go in the first quarter. Thank you for joining us here on our VC Tiger Sports page, YouTube page. And also on Facebook, if I'm not mistaken, we're on Facebook as well. So a special hello to everybody watching us on Facebook. Ball goes out of bounds, and another turnover caused by the defense of Edward Waters. So right now, the VC Lady Tigers feeling a little pressed with the defense here. But as I mentioned at the top of the broadcast, that the Lady Tigers of Edward Waters, they are a long team. They have some height on them in just about every position. Here's Glover trying to get it off. Is knocked out of bounds there by Ashley Johnson for VC. And with 21.6 seconds to go, Edward Waters will continue having possession. Inside, too hard off the glass there for Dockery. But Hutchinson with another opportunity. Shot clock turned off. Three-pointer, no good. And we'll have a whistle. So the whistle and the foul is called on Imani Dockery. 6.3 seconds to go. Let's see what McDonald could do with it. 1 second. Oh, and that whistle came before the horn went off. So that would be a foul. So a non-shooting foul. Have 1 second to go. So basically it's just a catch and shoot. Nice defense. And a good defensive quarter there for Edward Waters here in the first quarter, as the score 16 for Edward Waters, 6 for Voorhees College. As we'll take a short timeout and we'll have the second quarter. You're watching Lady Tigers basketball right here on VC Tiger Sports. All right, as we get ready to start the second quarter, and it's the battle of the Lady Tigers. Edward Waters right now from out of Jacksonville, Florida, with the lead over VC Lady Tigers. I'm Clarence Jones, along with our producer and director, Curtis Sumner, and the rest of you on our YouTube page at VC Tiger Sports and also on Facebook. Here's Glover, who has had the hot hand in the first quarter, and we'll have a jump ball. Possession arrow, we give it to VC. And I got to give also a special shout out to a good friend of mine, Paul Bryan, who is watching us right now on our YouTube page. And also got to give a shout out to those of you watching us on our Facebook page. Paul Bryan, wherever you at, man, be safe and stay healthy and well. As we come back, VC with possession trying to cut into this 10-point lead. There's Culver as the ball was knocked away from her. Once again, some good defense being shown here by Edward Waters. And the traveling violation is called. So a traveling violation called against Aubrey. So right now, again, our score at our broadcast table is actually 17-6. Edward Waters on top. But the scoreboard still has it as a 10-point lead at 16-6. Now, if this does continue and it becomes a tight game and something happens, it might be a case of under protest, because they got to get that scoreboard right as we have a foul. Eight minutes, 53 seconds remaining before halftime. Here's Hutchinson. Hutchinson along the baseline, gives it up and right into the hands of McDonald. McDonald trying to create something off of the turnover. And a hand in there by Brown, and Brown is called for the foul. So Brown picks up the first team foul of the second quarter. Here's McDonald, and that is partially blocked there, but is picked up and put in by Ashley Johnson. So Ashley with 2 points on the board, and it's now 17-8. Edward Waters on top. Hutchison just inside the 3-point line. Can't hit. The rebound put back is no good. And out come McDonald. McDonald has a wing. And she takes it in herself. So Brittany McDonald with 2 points. And it's now down to a 7-point lead at 17-10. Here's Brown. And go inside. Oh, nice play there. Ransom. And Ransom, she's tall, folks. She's 6'2". And she's athletic as well, as the ball goes out of bounds and yet another turnover. So this Voorhees team, the Lady Tigers, have struggled here in this first half with the turnover. But with that being said, they're only down 17-10. So the turnovers, well, now they have it as 18-10. Okay. So they changed their scoreboard to 18-10, but actually it should be 19-10. It's Glover. It goes inside. And it was trying to look for Ransom. They go inside, and Ransom gets it outside. Straightaway 3-pointer. No good. Bell unable to hit neither. There's Card. He gives it up. And yeah, that is another turnover. As Aubrey could not touch the ball because she stepped out of bounds. But unfortunately, there was not another VC Lady Tiger around the vicinity to get the ball. All right, under 7 minutes to go here in this first half. Edward Waters still in the lead. According to our books, it's 19-10, but to the scoreboard, it's 18-10. The ball goes out of bounds, and you have all types of people pointing in both directions, but VC will have possession. And you have to remember, folks, this is actually VC's first official regular season game. The only other game they played was a scrimmage game against SC Faith A&M. So, oh, and that's a block there by Regal. Glover acting like Aaron Rodgers and hitting the open receiver, Brown, for the 2 points. And almost another steal there. And it just seems like the length of these ladies are getting into the passing lanes of the VC Lady Tigers, especially offensively, forcing the turnovers. I said before, Charmaine Wilson in her 10th season now as the head coach for the Lady Tigers from Edward Waters, as the horn went off, but the shot clock still has 15 seconds to go. Here's McDonald from the free throw line. Is no good. And a good box out there by Morton. Under 6 to go. Edward Waters on the scoreboard has a 10-point lead, but here in the broadcast table, it's actually 11-point lead at 21-10. But hopefully we'll get things right in the during halftime. So We'll find out what the scoring issue is. Once again, we like to hear from you during the broadcast. And of course, we like to interact with our viewers. Thank you so very much for tuning in as Glover hits the first. Laquanza Glover is as advertised. She is a walking, talking double-double. She hits both of her shots. And the lead grows for Edward Waters. Quick shot put up. No good. Rebound into the hands of Glover. Glover throws it up, and it is picked. Here comes Wilds. Gives it up, and the deuce there for Ashley Johnson. Ashley with another field goal. And it's now a 23-12 lead. But according to the scoreboard, it's 22-12. Go inside. Ransom try to kick it outside. Good defensive effort there by Wynn, trying to step in front of that pass. And it causes the turnover. VC will have possession. Trying to cut in on this 10-point, maybe 11-point lead. If you just joined us, folks, we have a little scoring issue right now. It seems like Edward Waters is off 1 point, as we'll have a whistle. And it's a jump ball, not a foul. It's a jump ball in possession. We'll give it over to Edward Waters. So in this first half, Edward Waters showing that they are the team that is playing in their 8th game, while Voorhees is showing that this is their opening game of the regular season. A 3-pointer on the way is good for Ray Gall. So Ray Gall putting up some points here. That's another 3 by her. And a steal. Here comes Brown on the move. No good. Rebound putback is there. And Morton now with this run stretching out the Edward Waters lead. Oh, kind of wild along the baseline, and it causes the turnover. So turnover, and this has not been the best of halves for VC. So it's 27, or really I should say 28-12. Another 3-pointer. Ray Gall, no good. And the ball knocks out of bounds. As we'll have a whistle. And VC will have possession with 3 minutes and 29 seconds remaining. Usually I call out the score, but I really want to be right. But I think I'm accurate in saying that it's 28-12, Edward Waters on top. As Ransom comes away with that rebound. Brown trying to put it up court, and it goes out of the hands, and a turnover. 3 minutes, 9 seconds to go. Voorhees trying to cut in on this lead before halftime. Let's see if VC can get on the run here before halftime. It's Casey, gets it inside. Ashley, turnaround shot. That's a nice start. Brown back the other way. So Brown, no fear in that lane. Hutchinson trying to go for the steal. Ashley back to back. So Ashley doing what she can to get her team back into this ball game. Here's Brown. Gives it up. Rhaegal. Try to bounce pass inside there. Ladies on the floor. Then we have a jump ball. And a possession arrow should give it to VC. Two minutes, 10 seconds to go. It is 30 for Edward Waters, 16 for VC. And again, this is VC's official first true regular season game of this abbreviated season. Meanwhile, Edward Waters, this is their 8th game overall. Here's Casey and a whistle before the shot. And this one is called on Brown for Edward Waters. That's the 3rd team foul of this second quarter. And unable to hit that shot was Ravenel. The ball goes out of bounds. It looked like it could have been called a foul, but it wasn't. Minute 48 to go in this first half. Glad that everybody is tuning in. Also, a special hello to everybody that's watching us that are Edward Waters fans. Glover, oh my goodness, pretty pass up court. Hutchison unable to hit. LaQuanza Glover has been very impressive here in this first half. So Hutchison will be at the line shooting with a minute 35 to go. She gets on the scoreboard. Shot is short, 1 out of 2. Minute 30 to go. Let's see if BC can cut into this lead. 3-pointer on the way is good. Wilds. Elijah Wilds with the 3. And that is her. That's her first 3 of the ball game. And that was a much needed 3 to cut in on this Edward Waters lead. It is 31-19. Voorhees down to Edward Waters. Minute 26 remaining before halftime. And I know at halftime, Coach Glover, some adjustments will have to be made, especially to try to cut down on these turnovers. I know just looking at Edward Waters as a team, with height, with height, and comes with what? Width, right? Height equals width. And these ladies from Edward Waters have a lot of width on them. Ransom, as I mentioned, she's 6'2", but her wingspan looked like it's what, 6'9" almost, or 6'10". As we have a stop in action, they look at the scoring book. Hopefully they're trying to fix the scoring, because we've been mentioning it all this time that there was a 2-pointer that was made by Glover, actually, and they only put 1 point on there instead of 2 points. Well, I guess they will not give them the 31 points. Again, we'll get this straight out at halftime and see what's going on. Here's Hutchison. Pass inside. Nice block there by Ashley. Ashley Johnson. And Here comes VC with numbers. Card hits it. That is a field goal we needed. Under a minute to go. Edward Waters with a good, strong start here in this first half. Right now, VC trying to get on the run to get it under 10 as the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by the Lady Tigers from Florida. Card will sit out, and coming back into the ball game is Wilds. Coming up on 30 seconds to go. VC trying to cut in on the Edward Waters lead. Shot clock is at 10 seconds. Here's a three-pointer. No good. Back comes Hutchison. Hutchison will come back out. Shot clock turned off. She's double teamed. Gives it up to Glover. Glover's turnaround shot is no good. And we have players fall to the floor. Only 1 second to go and no attempt for the last shot at halftime. And at the half, it is what we say a 10-point lead at 31-21. But again, we will see with the official scoring at the scoring table. But on the scoreboard, they have it as a 30-21 Edward Waters lead. So Coach Wilson and the rest of the Lady Tigers from Jacksonville, Florida, have done a good job, especially defensively speaking here in the first half. Of course, Coach Glover will make some adjustments, and we will see what happens in the first half, or in the second half, as I should mention. But in the first half, if you're looking at scores, of course, Glover has been as good as advertised. And for the team itself, they have definitely have shown some good play here in this first half. Lady Tigers from Voorhees will have to do some adjustments here to try to cut in on this lead, this halftime lead. And we shall see what happens. Voorhees trying to get their first win of the regular season and their first game, official game of the regular season. Meanwhile, Edward Waters trying to even their record at 4-4 right now, looking pretty good with a 10-point lead. All right, so what we're going to do, we will take this halftime break, and we will rejoin you and get you set for the second half, which should be an exciting second half of basketball action right here on our VC Tigers Sports page. You are watching Lady Tigers basketball on the VC Sports Tiger Sports page, on our YouTube page, and on Facebook. And we have a little correction. We actually, official score takes what happened because here in the broadcast table, we actually gave Edward Waters 31 points instead of 30 points. For the three-pointer that was actually 18 hit on the line. So thus, that is why the score is actually 30 to 21. So thank you for score saying for explaining that to us because it was definitely baffling here at halftime. But what is not baffling is the fact that Edward Waters has come out like gangbusters and defensively speaking has caused a lot of turnovers in the first half for the Lady Tigers of BC. So they have to clean up all the turnovers in order to get back into the ball game. And with some athletes on their squad, with Edward Waters, BC really have to turn up a notch defensively speaking now as well. All some turnovers to try to get back into the ball game. Another thing that's going bad for BC is field goal percentage shooting. I'm sorry, the field goal percentage shooting has not been up to basic standards, let's say, as far as field goal shooting. So they would have to get some quality field goal shots, and they have to make their free throws in order to get back into the ball game. But it's not impossible for BC to get back into the ball game because the Warriors, even though they are a tough team, but they do allow some runs to happen. So we shall see what happens in the second half as the BC Lady Tigers try to cut it on this 9-point Lady Tiger lead from Edward Water. And while I have the time here, I want to give a shout out to everybody that's watching us right now on our YouTube page at BC Tiger Sports and also on our Facebook page as well. And all the comments and everything else, we love our fans, we love our viewers that gives us feedback. That's what keeps us going. Also, we want to also give another shout out to Paul Bryant, the AD, the athletic director there at Edward Waters. Thank you. And also thank you to all the Edward Waters supporters as well for tuning in here tonight. So we have a second half to get to. We'll get to that in just a few moments. Stay with us right here on the BC Tiger Sports Network.
Only more than that. Go a little more.
Oh, how did it go? Hey, so
Hold on. Give me about 5 minutes, bro.
what they here for?
Camera.
Camera?
Camera.
Oh. Tigers of Voorhees. So we have a little stop in action. Looks like everything should be fine. And here we go. And we have a double dribble on Brown. (39-21) is our score. As Edward Waters with the lead. And here is Glover. Glover with numbers gives it up. Ransom and a nice little block there by Culver, but Lady Tigers from Florida still with possession. And they get the whistle. Once again, we like to interact with our viewers if we can. One of our viewers said, tell Brittany to take them ankle braces off, please. Interesting. And they will the whistle, and that will not count. Instead, it'll be an offensive foul. Going back the other way, VC. VC got to make up some ground here with 6.5 minutes to go in the third quarter, down 39-21. Here's Culver. Culver being guarded there by Glover. Now Culver spots up, unable to hit. The ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by VC. Coming up on 6 minutes to go in the third quarter, Edward Waters still with the 39-21 lead, and Card almost came up with the turnover. Here's Brown, gives it up. Shot up, no good. Ransom comes away with the board as the ball goes off of Ransom's leg, and it will be VC's ball. So with 5 minutes and 53 seconds to go in the third quarter, 39-21 Edward Waters lead. But still, you have half this quarter and all of the fourth quarter for Voorhees to try to get back into this ball game. And that shot hard off the glass. Bounce pass to Ransom. No, excuse me, that was Bell. So Imari Bell with the deuce. And it's now a 20-point Edward Waters lead. The ball goes out of bounds. 41-21. And they'll say it's VC's ball. Here's a three-pointer on the way. Well short. Brown, look at the speed. She draws the foul. That was some fast legs right there. Brown, it seemed like Brown was in between about 3 Lady Tigers for Voorhees, and then she turned on that fifth gear, and she outran everybody to the basket. Bell gives it up. Out of the corner for 3, and it's good. Edward Waters is cooking now. That's Brown's three-pointer. And another turnover. So right now, Edward Waters in the midst of a big run here, and they continue to cook. At time, it is LaQuanza Glover. Right now, 46-21. VC needs to get some buckets here, and that's not going to go down as Morton comes away with the rebound. Is Bell across the lane, loses the ball. Here comes VC on the attack. As we'll have a foul called against Bell. Four minutes, 3 seconds to go in the third quarter. And going to the line, the shoot will be Rhodesia Wynn. Wins it's the first. But still got to make up for this 46-22 deficit. You still got 4 minutes left in this quarter, and then you have all of the fourth quarter. But man, the defense for the Lady Tigers from Florida, they have shown up here today, and the bugaboo, the Voorhees turnovers also has created a lot of scoring opportunities for Edward Waters. Right now, we have a little delay in the action. Edward Waters, they're 2-2 in the month of January, 3-4 overall. But you can tell, as I mentioned it earlier in the broadcast, you can tell that this Edward Waters team are actually playing in their 8th game. And for Voorhees, this is their first regular season game. So since it's their first regular season game, they only had one scrimmage. And then not only that, because of the pandemic, they had very limited time when it comes to preparing for an abbreviated regular season. And you can see what a team looks like in their 8th game versus a team, what they look like started the regular season. Because let's again, under these crazy circumstances, this late January, honestly, the VC Lady Tigers should be halfway or more than halfway done with their season. So this is very unusual. So, but can't make all the excuses. Edward Waters just came to play here today. Just a reminder, coming up, we have the second game of our doubleheader as the Tigers, it's the Tiger Brawl between Voorhees and Edward Waters. Voorhees, the men's side, came up about a couple of points short on that road loss to Dalton State. And now they're back home and they're taking on the 6-4 Tigers of Edward Waters. And we'll have that game for you coming up after the women's game. A long delay. The reason why it's a long delay is the fact they had to get something right in the scorebooks, whether it was somebody wearing a jersey or whatever the situation. And now they call it's a technical free throws is coming up here. So after all that, Wynn misses the first. And then Wynn misses the second. Administrative technical foul was called. 35, number 35 was not in the book for Edward Waters. That's Bell, actually. So Bell been playing all this time, but she wasn't officially in the scorer's book. So that's why the technical foul was called. And I appreciate the referee coming over to talk to us like that. Thank you so very much, Mr. Referee. If I can get his name, I will shout him out. It's the shot short. And we'll have a foul called against Hutchinson. You know, it's much easier when they just throwing up one hand. So I know it's only a single number, but when them two hands goes up, well, we got problems. By the way, we missed you, Willie Jefferson, our PA announcer. I can't wait to hear your voice again. Speaking of which, Willie Jefferson, or Willie J, affectionately known, is in the building here this evening. 46-22 is our score after that little long delay because of Bell not officially being in the books. But Edward Waters is still officially ahead of Voorhees. And there was a traveling violation called against Hutchinson. So they'll call a technical foul on Hutchinson, I believe. Is that the call? Yeah. Technical foul on Hutchinson, yes. Tiana Hutchinson is called for the technical foul. So back-to-back unusual technical fouls. First for not officially being in the scorer books, and now Hutchinson joined at the referee as she went to the bench. And with all that chaos going on, Delasia Delasia hits both technical free throws. So Delasia cuts the Voorhees cuts the Edward Waters deficit down, and that's a block there by Bell. Bell, another long, lengthy basketball player, 6'3", out of Orlando, Florida. As I mentioned, Charmaine Wilson, she recruits very well within the state of Florida. She is in her 10th season with an overall record of 158 and 105. And as I mentioned during the early part of the broadcast, she has led this basketball squad of Edward Waters to 7 consecutive winning seasons. And she also had a 320-plus win season starting in 2015 and going through the 2017-2018 season, where they had their best record of all time as far as with the Lady Tigers basketball squad, going 25-6 overall, including a 14-game winning streak during that time. So Charmaine Wilson has definitely put her mark, and a great mark, that is, on the Lady Tigers basketball program for Edward Waters. You know, before she was the head coach at Edward Waters, she spent 7 seasons as an assistant coach at Bethune-Cookman, as we're having and Ashley Johnson and Ashley and Bell, a little joint action. So Ashley Johnson doing all she can to get her team back into this ball game, which right now, Voorhees still down by 20 at 46-26 with 3 minutes and 4 seconds remaining in the third quarter. And it's been a long third quarter at that. Yeah, it's been a long third quarter because of the technical fouls and all the issues that we've had, the technical issues that we've had. It's been a long third quarter. As Ransom, look, yep, she's ready to check back in for Edward Waters. Bell comes out. Let's see if Voorhees defense can cause some turnovers. Here's Brown. Brown, my goodness, splitting the defense and putting it in. Here's Card. And a steal by Brown. Brown misses the lay-in as the ball goes out of bounds off of Ransom's leg. And look like, hopefully she's all right. Look like she's slipped. She's all right. A lot of action going on in this game, and not just from the play on the court, neither. I'm talking about players jawing at each other while at the free throw line during timeouts. Even though the score is 48-26, Edward Waters in the lead, but this has been a spirited contest. But we'll just see if Voorhees College can improve on their field goal shooting, as we'll have a whistle. It looked like it was on Morton. So Morton picks up the foul. And at the line, Wynn puts it in. So this is the best way to really try to come back, is to draw fouls. And then not only that, you got to hit your free throws. And because of the score, as Wynn unable to hit 1 out of 2, because of the score, you know, you want to stop the clock as much as possible to try to gain some free points from the free throw line. Coming up on 2 minutes to play in this third quarter. Here's Glover. Gives it off to Brown. Brown in the lane it goes, and the shot from short distance is good for Ransom. So Lataria Ransom stretches the Edward Waters lead out. Hard off the glass. Ball still in the possession of Voorhees. Here's Culver. Again, some good defense being put on display here. Culver from deep outside. No good. Here comes Brown. Brown once again racing. Giving it up to Glover. And the Lady Tigers from Edward Waters College. A minute to go in the third quarter, and they have a 52-27 lead. At the line to shoot will be Wynn, as Casey Johnson, number 20, comes in for Ravenel, number 42, for Voorhees. Again, when you're down by this many points at 52-27, all the free throws from a minute remaining here in the third quarter and all throughout the fourth quarter is going to matter. If I take a line from the AKAs, it's going to be a serious matter that they have to hit their free throws. Under a minute to go. 52-28 is our score. Voorhees down to Edward Waters. First game of our doubleheader coming up after this will be the men's game, so stick around with us. We have some more action coming up. Brown hits 3. And Brown is tearing it up here tonight for Edward Waters. Ashley. Turnaround shot is good. So Ashley Johnson, the leading scorer here tonight for the Lady Tigers of Voorhees. Here's Glover. And a nice defensive play there by Ashley Johnson. And equally nice, it was Ransom still. They'll call off the basket. No basket. No and one. No and one. And Edward Waters, the bench does not agree with it. Coach Wilson doesn't agree with it. So with 3.1 seconds remaining in the third quarter. And a foul that she was trying to go for the steal there. Didn't understand what that foul was. So McDonald will be at the line shooting with 1.4 seconds remaining. It is a 55-30 Edward Waters lead. Ashley Johnson will come out for the final 1.4 seconds. And Trevine Ellis will be in number 21 for the final 1.4 seconds. Or will she? Yes, she will. Casey will stay in as well. There's McDonald. Shot is good. So it's 32-55. Edward Waters on top. Here's a home run ball. Here's Glover. Oh my goodness, they left her open. It is good. At the buzzer. They left her open. Wow. Glover making like Randy Moss there. Breaking away from the pack. And this Edward Waters Lady Tiger squad pouring it on, up 57-32 as we enter the fourth quarter. What we're going to do, we're going to take a short break and we'll come right back for the fourth quarter. You're watching Lady Tigers basketball right here on the BC Tiger Sports YouTube page and Facebook. Ready to start the fourth quarter here on the campus of Voorhees College. The battle of the Lady Tigers, Edward Waters with a 57-32 lead over Voorhees. Out of the corner for three, hit the side of the basket. Hit the side of the backboard, actually. And a traveling violation is called against McDonald. So Edward Waters with the lead and possession. And Brown bringing it up the court. Brown, she has done a good job here this evening, along with the leading scorer for Edward Waters, Glover. Brown tries her hand at another three. No good. Over the back. Called against Glover. So VC with possession. And down 57-32. as we just played about 37 seconds into the fourth and final quarter. That was a wild third quarter. We had a couple of technical fouls called against Edward Waters as Culver falls down. And she just ran into a tree, to be honest with you. Glover. Good defense. Glover spin move. She calls for steps. No wonder it was a pretty spin move. A lot of feet action. Ball goes out of bounds. Again, the defense for Edward Waters here has come to play here tonight. As Ray Gall throws it into Brown. Back up top. Brown try a hand at a three. No good. Ball knocked around. Brown collides with Ransom, but Ransom comes away with the ball. Ray Gall, she'll spot up for three. No good. Ball knocked around. VC comes away with it. VC got a lot of points to make up for, and you got about 8.5 minutes to go in the fourth quarter as we have a blocking foul called against Edward Waters. So that is the first team foul of the fourth quarter called against Edward Waters. And it is Shaquana Brown. So Shaquana and Shaquanza and LaQuanza has done a number here tonight for Edward Waters. As bank shot off glass is good for Ashley Johnson. Shaquanza Brown, number 22, and the one with the basketball, just threw it, LaQuanza Glover has done good job here tonight. Glover gives it off, and no shot, as we'll have a foul call, screening foul, illegal pick called against Edward Waters. And that'll be on Dockery. 3-point on the way, and it's good. As Wynn puts it in. And we need a lot more threes. Down 57-37. And it's looked like Hutchison stepped out of bounds. And that'll be a turnover. So VC trying to get back into this ball game. 7 minutes, 40 seconds to go in the fourth and final quarter. It's a 20-point lead for Edward Waters. Let's see if VC could get hot from behind the three-point line. Still got a lot of time, but you got 20 points to make up for. That's a good start. Back-to-back threes for the VC Lady Tigers. At that time, Wilds with the shot in. And another timeout. So Coach Wilson calls the timeout because it looked like VC was going on a little run, hitting back-to-back threes, one by Wilds and the other one by Wynn. So with that, it was a quick little 6-0 run there. So Wilson calls the timeout. Coming up next, we'll have the men's portion of Edward Waters versus VC. So please stay with us. In fact, if you're watching us on YouTube, I think after we have two separate videos. So this is the video game for the girls, and then the guys coming up after that. But we still will be on the VC Tiger Sports page, but just look for the men's VC versus Edward Waters. Coming up on 7 minutes to play here. Here's Ransom. Attacks! Ransom with the and one. $59-39. The lead is still 20. And you have to give it up to the men's basketball squad for Edward Waters, who is down here cheering on the women counterparts. Ransom completes the 3-point play. Edward Waters enjoying their biggest lead of the game, and a traveling violation, and things just get worse for the VC Lady Tigers. So 60-39, Edward Waters with the lead, and very much the momentum here in this game. And they have not put their foot off the gas pedal. Here's Brown, thought about a three. Cross-court pass, Hutchison is called for steps. And Coach Wilson does not agree with that at all. But the call stands. So here are Voorhees again playing in a first official game on January the 21st. So just mind you what it took to get here. As Brown comes away with it, 3-on-2 possibility. Here's Glover, and that's a traveling violation. Even Stevie Wonder saw that coming. Ball knocked out of bounds off of Glover's hand. And the clock stops with 6 minutes, 8 seconds to go. So we are coming up on 6 minutes. Voorhees can't afford too much dribbling. Culver hits the three. So a three-pointer there by Culver. And a forced turnover there. VC will have possession. Oh, so check that. They only gave her 2 points for the basket as the foot was on the line. So instead of a three, it's 2, and it's 60-41. Coming up on 5.5 minutes to go. Oh, the ball just left Wynn's hand as she was trying to draw the foul on Hutchison. So clock stops with 5 minutes and 34 seconds remaining in the ball game. We'll have a quick post-game show. Hopefully we'll get the comments from Edward Glover. If not, we'll probably talk to him at halftime during the men's game. Oh, nice pass. Brown unable to hit the layup, and Brown is called for the foul. And she knew she had an easy two. Some good passing out there by Edward Waters. Again, this Edward Waters squad, watching them play, you kind of scratch your head on and they're 3-4. They playing like they should be 7-0. Here's McDonald, gives it off. Good. No foul call. Ravenel with the deuce. Here comes Hutchison. Short shot, and that's good. So no big runs here for VC due to the fact of some stifling defense here by Edward Waters. Here's McDonald just inside the free throw line. No good. Glover trying to run down the ball along the baseline as it goes out of bounds. (62-43) is our score. Voorhees down to Edward Waters. With 4 minutes and 39 seconds to go. And another little delay here. There have been some delays here this evening for this women's game. Once again, thank you for everybody commenting on the broadcast so far. We enjoy and read all of the comments. Thank you so very much for tuning in. And once again, thank you to the Edward Waters viewers as well, watching us on YouTube page or our Facebook page. Ransom can't hit. Glover with the rebound. She draws the foul. And it looked like that foul will go against Ravenel. Clock stops with 4 minutes, 9 seconds to go. As Glover at the line, as she has had a great evening here. LaQuanza Glover, she's a senior, 5'9", another Jacksonville native. Now, outside of Dockery, as Glover misses, outside of Dockery and Morton, everybody else is from the state of Florida, whether it be Jacksonville, Daytona Beach, Fort Lauderdale. That little pipeline right there between Fort Lauderdale and going up to Jacksonville. Hutchison, foot on the line, no good. Ransom comes away with the board. A lot of second chance shots here for Edward Waters in this game due to the fact that they have some height. You know, it's funny when we came into the arena tonight to get ready for the game, and the Lady Tigers for Edward Waters was practicing. We all said, and a 3-pointer out the corner is good for Wilds. We all said that, man, they look tall. They look tall, and we were about 20 rows up. Coming up on 3 minutes to go in this ball game. Remember, for those of you tuning us on our VC Tiger Sports YouTube page, make sure that after this broadcast, you go to the other streaming broadcast. It's still on our page. Just click on the men's portion. Click the link in the comments as Wynn misses that shot. 63-45 is our score. Coming up on 2.5 to go. Hutchison, nice pass. And the deuce there for Bell. It's back up to a 20-point lead for Edward Waters. Here's Wynn trying to make something happen. So at the line to shoot will be Wynn. Well, after this game, the Lady Tigers of Voorhees will play against Allen. That's coming up on the 26th of January. Once again, it's a shortened season. And then not only that, right after the Allen game, they have a road trip to the same Edward Waters squad coming up. So this is the first of two meetings between the Lady Tigers of VC and EWC. As Glover comes out and Ransom comes out and they get a hand from the bench. They have played, both of them have played a marvelous game here this evening. It's just been a good team performance all around for Edward Waters. Meanwhile, for Voorhees, this is their first game, so they'll have to iron out some situation, especially with the turnovers, as they force a turnover right here. Here comes Wynn, puts it in, and one. You gotta love Wynn's heart and effort here, even though it's almost a win situation here for Edward Waters. Only a minute 48 to go, and Edward Waters with an 18-point lead, but Wynn definitely not giving up. Back rims it. Here comes Edward Waters. Right now, they're trying to kill some clock here. 18-point lead for Edward Waters. And it's been a good performance from jump ball to now. As they will wind down the clock. 5 seconds left on the shot clock. Hutchinson wide open for a three. She'll take it. No good. She had to take it. It was only about 2 seconds left on the shot clock. Here's Culver back the other way, and it's good. Under a minute to go. Edward Waters looks like they will be on their way to their fourth victory and tying their regular season record at 4-4. As Regal possibly putting the finishing touches on this game as she hits her fourth three-pointer of the evening, and it's a 68-50 Edward Waters lead. So Coach Edward Glover for VC, I'm pretty sure he'll look at the tape, see some improvements needed, and then get ready for the game with Allen coming up on the 26th. And then he'll have to, right after the Allen game, he'll have to get ready to play this Edward Waters squad once again at home. And very interesting enough, the Lady Tigers of Edward Waters only played one true home game so far this season. All the other wins has been on the road or at neutral sites. Regal sends the bench for Edward Waters in a buzz. And it's 71-50. Ashley trying to answer. No. Hutchinson. As the shot clock turned off, Hutchinson will just walk up the court. And Edward Waters will get their fourth victory of the season with a 71-50 win over Voorhees College. Lady Tigers for VC drops to a record of 0-1 And as I mentioned, Edward Waters improves their record to 4-4 overall. These two teams will link up once again coming up in the next few weeks. Matter of fact, on January the 29th is when the VC Lady Tigers will take their trip down to Jacksonville, Florida. All right. Once again, our final score 71-50. Edward Waters, the Lady Tigers, wins the first game of our Tiger Tangle. So the second game coming up as both Coach Glover and Coach Wilson exchange fist bumps. Wilson definitely has a good squad, and this squad is going to be reckoned with, a team to be reckoned with in the future. And don't be surprised if you see the Lady Tigers of Edward Waters making a good run in the postseason. All right, so that'll do it for us. Once again, 71-50 is our final score. Thank you so very much for joining us here. We'll have a little post-game show, but we got to get ready for the men's game that's coming up in the next 25 minutes from now. So hopefully that you continue to watch us on VC Tiger Sports, on our YouTube page, and on our Facebook page as well. I'm Clarence Jones, and we'll talk to you in a little while.